Before skyscrapers, before presidents, before the flag, the Constitution, and the idea of America. This land belonged to millions of people who had lived here for thousands of years. Then ships appeared on the horizon. What followed was exploration, conquest, revolution, civil war, global power, and endless contradiction, freedom and slavery, democracy and inequality, hope and conflict. This is not just the story of a country. This is the story of how a collection of colonies became the most powerful nation on Earth. This is the entire history of the United States of America. America before America. Long before Europeans arrived, North America was home to millions of Native Americans, hundreds of tribes, different languages, different cultures, major civilizations included. Mississippian culture, mound builders, Pueblo peoples, Iroquois Confederacy, Apache, Comanche, Sioux, Cherokee, Navajo. They farmed, hunted, traded, governed, and fought wars. America was not empty land. It was a living world. Everything changed in 1492. European exploration and colonization. Christopher Columbus reached the Americas in 1492. Spain claimed vast territories. France explored Canada and the Mississippi. Britain focused on the Atlantic coast. Diseases like smallpox devastated native populations. European powers competed for land, resources, and influence. By the 1600s, Jamestown, 1607. Plymouth Colony, 1620. British colonies grew rapidly, but survival was harsh. Slavery and colonial life. To fuel plantations, millions of Africans were enslaved. The Atlantic slave trade reshaped America. Colonial society formed. Wealthy landowners, small farmers, indentured servants, enslaved people. Colonies were ruled by Britain, but began developing their own identity. Taxes increased, control tightened, tension grew. The American Revolution. Britain taxed the colonies without representation. Events escalated. Boston Massacre, Boston Tea Party, intolerable acts. In 1775, fighting began. Colonists versus British Empire. Key moments. Declaration of Independence, 1776. George Washington leads the army. French support turns the tide. In 1783, Britain surrendered. The United States was born. Building a new nation. The Constitution was written. 3 branches of government. Executive, legislative, judicial. George Washington became the first president. Political parties formed. Federalists versus Democratic Republicans. The nation was fragile, but expanding. Expansion and manifest destiny. America pushed west. Louisiana Purchase doubled the nation's size. Native Americans were forced off their land. Trail of Tears. Broken treaties, manifest destiny. Claimed expansion was God's will. America grew at a terrible cost. The Civil War. The nation split over slavery, North versus South. In 1861, war erupted. Abraham Lincoln led the Union. Key events: Emancipation Proclamation, Gettysburg, total war. In 1865, the Union won. Slavery was abolished, but peace was fragile. Reconstruction and industrialization. Reconstruction attempted to rebuild the South, but racism, segregation, and violence remained. America industrialized rapidly. Railroads, factories, cities, immigrants flooded in. America became an industrial power. America enters the world stage. Spanish-American War marked overseas expansion. World War I. USA joined late. Helped win the war, America emerged stronger, but retreated into isolation. The Great Depression and World War II, 1929. Stock market crash. Millions unemployed. Franklin D. Roosevelt launched the New Deal. Then came World War II. After Pearl Harbor, America entered the war. USA became arsenal of democracy. Military superpower atomic bombs ended the war. America stood unmatched. The Cold War era, USA versus Soviet Union. Nuclear tension, proxy wars, space race, Korea, Vietnam. At home, civil rights movement, Martin Luther King Jr. End of segregation laws. America struggled to live up to its ideals. Modern America, Cold War ended. USA became the world's sole superpower. September 11th changed everything. War on terror, global influence, political division. Technology reshaped society. America entered the 21st century powerful, but divided. The United States was built on bold ideas, freedom, democracy, opportunity, but also on contradiction, conquest and liberty, equality and exclusion, hope and struggle. America is not a finished story. It is still being written by its people, its conflicts, and its choices, from ancient tribes to global superpower. This is the story of the United States of America. Thank you for watching.